The purpose of my speech is to persuade my audience to boycott all zoos. Zoos should be boycotted because they are not natural environments for the animal. The humans do not have the capability of caring for an animal, and capturing animals is very risky. Let's say one day in life you're captured by something that you don't know, and not nurtured, not cared for, fed scheduled timing, and used as entertainment for whoever has captured you. That's how an animal feels when humans go into the environment and capture them for our zoos. Author from One Green Planet said that animal lives are not their own and are prevented from taking part in basic activities in an animal's life, such as roaming, hunting, and grazing. Once startled, an animal can become dangerous. Animals, in the past, zookeepers have startled an animal and it has led to deaths among people or extreme injuries. It's too hard to take an animal out of an ecosystem that it is specific to and completely involve every animal into one ecosystem. The best way for an animal to grow and develop is around others of its kind. Animals in zoos are interacted with maybe 2 or 3 of its own kind, and mostly humans. They don't know much of social interactions between animal and animal. Once put into a zoo, the animal basically becomes useless. They can no longer go in the wild, or they wouldn't know how to fend for themselves. And they can no longer be set free. They have to live in the zoo forever. If a dangerous zoo animal escapes, the first thing to do is kill it. If they can't catch it, they'll kill it. That means since we are capturing the animals and they get out, we will shoot it for our safety. If that's the case, then why not just let them be in nature? Zoos cannot properly control animal breakouts. And when they can't, animals can hurt humans or other animals. The cost of capturing animals is very high, and moving animals from place to place is also very high. Moving an animal to such a specific ecosystem, like the orca, per se. The orca likes colder weather, cold water, usually frozen over ice, and once taken out, the orca immediately needs to be placed in a environment very similar to that. Open, a lot of water, very cold. A lot of times when captured, they don't provide the resources that the orca needs to live, and that leads to an orca death or decline in population of the ecosystem and a useless orca. So the reason I chose orca was because author of One Green Planet said they capture orcas becomes a huge cost. Recently, two orcas were captured. The 2 that were captured were injured and eventually died, and the other orcas that were attempted to be captured were just strayed from their family. Their group was entirely discombobulated by the end of it. It not only ruins the environment, it also ruins the animal. My purpose was to persuade the audience to boycott all zoos, and because they are not natural environment for the animals, people do not have the capability of taking care of each animal and their specific needs, and capturing animals is very high risk. It can lead to death in animals.